What's up, YouTube? What's poppin'? Quintin in the building. Everybody been asking this question. This hasn't been another highly requested question. Everybody been DMing me. They've been asking, does Chime report to the credit bureau? Yes. We're gonna get straight to this. Yes, they do. I actually pulled up some of my the reports for you guys. You know, a lot of people been saying they haven't been reporting, and they've been having Chime for X amount of time. Like I said, I can only go on my experiences. I can't talk about, or I'm not gonna live, you know, somebody else's experience. This is my experience. So for me, I'm seeing it on my my credit report. As far as how long it takes, I don't know. I don't 100% know about that process. Let me tune this out. I don't 100% know about that process as far as how long it takes, but I will let you guys know they do report to the credit bureau. And let me break this down because that way you guys can understand as well what this secured credit card is you, let's say you got $100. So instead of spending the $100 cash out, that's it, you're done, put it on the secured card. That way you spend that $100 and then that $100 payment goes on your credit. That's how the secured card works. It's not a credit. They're not giving you $500, $600, $1,000. It's your own money you're spending. There's no limit. It's your own money that you're spending. So let's say if you have $500, boom, I'm gonna put $500 in there. I can have it sit, or I can say, hey, I'm going to spend this money, and then this, whatever I spend will get reported. Now, that's up to, as far as Chime, I don't know how soon that is. I would assume as soon as you get the card, it will start reporting. It may take some time to show, but I'm pretty sure it will, you know. But my personal experience, it's on there. It's on the credit report. Like I said, that's exactly how it works. A lot of people ask me. That's how it works. Once again, you got $100. Put $100 on the card. Mind you, when you're in the app as well, you can transfer the funds over. So let's say you have a savings account, you have the Chime Builder account, and then you have your savings, just like your regular account, or just have two accounts. You can transfer the funds. So let's say I don't want this in my credit account. Let me just put this in my savings, or let me put this in my checking, your spending account. So you can put it in your spending account, or you can just use it for the Chime. But if you're going to be spending the money anyways, why not use a Chime credit card? It's a hidden gem. Like, why not? That way, that $100 payment, you can report onto your credit. That way, you're earning credit. You know, credit is essential. You're gonna need credit. So that's a good way of actually doing it. And there's no credit line. That's another good key thing about it. There's no credit line, so you don't owe anybody. It's not saying here's $500 or here's $100, $200, and then you spend the $200 and now you gotta pay them back on top of fees. Then if you don't pay them the right fees back, you got late charges, you know how it goes. So that avoids all of that. Once again, I'm gonna explain this again how it works. You get your card. We are going to discuss when does Chime report, how Builder works, and also what does Chime report on. This has been a highly requested question. Actually, you guys have been spamming my comments with this question, and I'm going to start off with the first question. When does Chime report? I made a video on this topic as well. If you guys haven't seen that, go check that out as well. But this is officially from Chime, and Chime says Chime typically reports to credit bureaus at the beginning of every month, but credit bureaus can take a few weeks to process reports, so you might not see the changes until later in the month. Now, with this being said, if a lot of people just now signing up and they're like, hey, this is not getting reported, it's not getting reported, Chime is saying they start reporting, but it's up to the credit bureau. So it's not up to Chime, but whenever it does report, it will be on the statements. You know, a lot of people have been commenting saying, you know, they don't see the reports. It's been 3 months, it's been 6 months, they haven't seen a report. But like I said, based on my experience it's reported. You know, they report it. I have no issues in that department. I have no issues at all with Chime. But I will say, if it's not reported, contact Chime. Contact and figure out why it's not being reported. Just don't go out and bash these companies or whatever. I mean, you may have to call these people, and see what's going on. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call these people and ask them, or tweet them something like, hey, what's going on? Because, this is money. This is money. People have been losing money. People have been gaining money, but you're dealing with money. So, how the credit builder card works, I also discussed this in my video as well. You're adding money, and in a nutshell, you start moving money into your credit builder secured account, and that money sets you're available to spend on the card. Now, making purchases. Now, when you make these purchases using your credit builder card, the amount that you just spent on the purchase is held in your secured account. This way, you won't spend more than you have. Now, what you have available to spend will also go down, so you know how much more you can spend with your credit builder card. Now, when you paying these balances off, the total amount you spend with your credit builder card is your balance at the end of every month. You can use the money set aside in your secured account to pay your monthly balance, and you can also choose to turn it on and off in the application. I just kind of summarized that up. I was just kind of going with the flow, but that's the basic breakdown of how that works. Now we're going to get on to what does Chime report on, what doesn't Chime report on, and then the score change and what to expect. Guys, this is official document strictly from the Chime website. If you guys want to check it out, go ahead, and let's get right to it. What does Chime report on? And before we get into this, make sure you go download Chime. They're actually going to give you guys $50 just for downloading the app, and also by doing that, you'll be on your way to building a credit. Now, back to what Chime reports on. Outstanding balance owed. So the balance not paid off from the prior month. If you paid off your last statement in full, your outstanding balance should be 0. When it comes to the payment status, your payment status is a reflection of whether or not you paid last month's statement, and then the current balance is the amount you have spent since the last statement plus any outstanding balance owed if you owed something. So here's what Chime doesn't report on. Credit limit. Since you can set how much you want to spend on a credit builder, the credit builder card does not have a preset limit. I discussed this in my other video. This is not like a traditional credit card where the set limit is $500. Set limit is $1,000. You actually can set your limit based on the amount that you put in. So if you put in $200, that will be your set amount, and then that amount will be reported to the credit bureau. Now, if this video helped, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys have any other questions regarding Chime, the credit builder, anything regarding Chime, drop the questions below. Like I mentioned before, I can only speak on my experiences. I can't speak on nobody else's experiences. Smash that thumbs up button if you are new to the channel. You guys want to go back to Chime, you guys can actually